And hello YouTube, this is GSmaniamsmart, and I'm taking a brand new video for Gaming with GS, and today we're here on Guild Wars 2, and we're going to take a look at the two new release teaser trailers for Monday's patch. That's right, we are getting a patch next Monday, November 21st, and what exactly are we getting? Living World Season 3, Episode 3, a brand new Fractal, and it looks like a new legendary shield. So some pretty cool stuff coming into the game. The Living World Season 3 Episode 3 is going to be called A Crack in the Ice, and if you have not seen the trailer yet, we'll be playing it a couple times on screen right now, so go ahead and enjoy that. This was actually released about 2 days ago. However, I didn't make a video because I knew there was going to be more information coming. I knew there was probably going to be some image teases, there's probably going to be some comments from ArenaNet, and well, I guess my waiting has paid off, because if I would have made the video yesterday, I would have missed the Fractal trailer and some of the comments that we got from ArenaNet themselves. So let's go ahead and jump right into it. We're going to talk about all these three things today. First of all, it's good to see that legendary weapons are continuously being made. We were told that these may take a bit longer to be made now, and they're not sure what direction they want to go. They do know that they want to reduce the amount of work that goes into these legendary weapons, and they don't want to make them as in-depth as the earlier Heart of Thorns weapon were. So legendary shield is coming. I gotta say, it looks really cool. This is the type of shield that I was really waiting for. I'd love to have this on my Guardian, because my Guardian is very bulky, and this shield looks very bulky as well. In the video, you'll probably see some screenshots of the shield, but it looks really cool. Can't wait to see what they're gonna call it. Can't wait to see what steps we have to take to get it. But like they said, it's pretty much going to be a watered down version of the original Heart of Thorns legendaries, which is sad to see, but at the same time, not a huge amount of the population in Guild Wars 2 is going for legendaries, so they don't want to put too much work into them. And for those of you who like having a shield, this is something to go for. It's definitely something that I want to go for. So next we have the A Crack in the Ice trailer. Now, I gotta say, this trailer looks beautiful. It even sounds more beautiful. The music in this trailer, everyone's loved the music, and it's actually Guild Wars 2 music. It sounds like it's another game's music, but it's actually Guild Wars 2 music back from Living World Season 1, actually. And what we can see in this trailer is a lot of things. I'll quickly go over the trailer, my thoughts on it, my opinions, what I took out of the trailer that I thought was really crucial to mention. At the same time, it doesn't really matter because Monday is almost here. We only have like 3 days to go, and then we get to play the release anyway. But it's still nice to speculate. So first of all, it is going to be released Monday. This is probably because they do have a sale on Heart of Thorns right now, 50% off. If you don't have Heart of Thorns yet, right now would be a great time to get it, and I do encourage you to get it right now. I feel like Heart of Thorns has its value. You are paying for a lot of stuff, a lot of content, so it's definitely worth its value, and with the 50% off discount, it's even more worth its value. So I highly recommend you to check it out and perhaps try and get it if you can. The sale is from the 15th to the 22nd of November. This is probably why they're releasing it on Monday, because they wanted to coincide with the sale that they have on. Now, it does look like we will be going to the Far Shiver Peaks. A lot of us thought that we're going to get some more maps around Ember Bay, like they released Ember Bay. Wouldn't they start expanding the map? I know one of you, I had a discussion with one of you in the comments section. I don't know, I forget who it was, but I remember I had a discussion with one of you that was saying, well, I think ArenaNet's actually going to go to, different areas of the map, of the world, and create new maps in different regions. And I thought they weren't going to do that. A lot of people thought that they were going to expand Ember Bay and expand the maps in the Fire Island chain. However, it looks like we're going to be getting a new map above Frost Gorge Sound, which would be the Far Shiver Peaks. Now, there was a comment made by one Redditor, I think it may have been from Data Mining, where you can actually see the art of the map art change near Frost Gorge Sound. Just like we saw the map art change near Ember Bay's area near the Fire Island chain. Basically, what caused that to happen was the creation of the Ember Bay map. So, it most likely seems like whenever the map art changes, whenever there's a small change in the map art, a new map will be coming in that area. So most likely, and it pretty much seems almost guaranteed, that we will be getting the map above Frostgorge Sound. Now, above Frostgorge Sound is actually a huge lake area. Germag actually had a lot of destruction in that area, you know, bringing everyone down south, all the Kodan, all the Norn, bringing everybody down south more. So there's actually lots of destruction in that area, and you can see from the trailer there's a lot of destruction there. There's very heavy winds blowing all over the place. They even, you know, constantly say a storm is coming, and if you watch the trailer, there's lots of hints towards, you know, it being very dangerous, very stormy, very windy, lots of snow flying around. Very curious to see if that's going to play a part in maybe a new mastery. We thought that we're going to get a new mastery relating to the environment in Ember Bay. You know how the environment is there's a lot of lava all around, so you'd imagine a lot of ash in the air and it'd be hard to breathe. We all thought that, hey, maybe there's going to be a mastery that relates to that. Well, there really wasn't, so no guarantee that maybe the environment will play a role in the mastery that we're going to get this time around. So maybe we can have like a mastery that interacts with the environment somehow. Maybe you can't reach certain areas unless you have this mastery that allows you to withstand these very cold winds. So maybe something like a dry top where we have the sandstorm. Maybe something like that could happen in this new map in the Far Shiver Peaks. The trailer does seem to have lots of scenes where it's very windy and, you know, very fierce cold winds, and some of the copy on the some of the text on the video also seems to allude to that. So we'll have to see what type of mastery they pick, but the trailer just looks very interesting, very cool. I love this trailer. This is a really well done trailer. It's also fairly long. It's not just 15 seconds, 20 seconds like we usually get. It's a pretty lengthy trailer. So we will be going north. It is estimated that we'll be going above Frostgorge Sound, and we also learned from the trailer that Germag will be active. Now, in the rumors and in the, you know, quote-unquote leaks, even though they're really rumors, we did a video previously on some of the rumors about Expansion 2, where we knew that Germag and Primordus would be active at the same time. Well, it seems like that has become true. Now, like I said in the other video, those rumors and leaks that we found out how Germag and Primordus would be active at the same time, that wasn't, you know, leaked or rumored to be for Expansion 2. It was just leaked and rumored to be an upcoming update. And this is one of the things that I guess is coming true now, is that that specific rumor is coming true for Living World Season 3, Episode 3. So perhaps some of the rumors that we've heard are actually going to be coming a lot sooner than expected. Maybe these aren't going to be Expansion 2's content. Maybe this is going to be content that's coming very soon in the Living World Season 3 updates. It would be really interesting to see if all those things actually come true from the rumor video that I made a while ago, and all these things are coming for Living World Season 3. Who knows? Right now, we know that Germag and Primordus, that story aspect became true in Episode 3 of Season 3, Living World Season. Germag is active, we know that. We also see Rox and Garm in the story as well, so we finally get to catch up with those two characters. I've also noticed that there's a lot of mountains and a lot of high places, a lot of high peaks, a lot of high areas in the trailer. I'm very curious to see if gliding is going to play a huge role in this map. Now, in the last few maps, gliding has played a pretty huge role. I mean, in Bloodstone Fen, traveling around the map was made a lot easier with gliding. And then we had the Ember Bay map, which is also made a lot easier with gliding. So I'm very curious to see, maybe we'll get another mastery for gliding. I mean, that would be pretty cool, but I think they're not going to add anything onto the gliding mastery. We already have a ton of those things in there. But perhaps something with gliding may be coming for the Monday patch, because if they do have lots of mountainous areas, lots of high areas, wouldn't you think that some type of interaction with gliding will be put into there? Maybe we'll have some, I don't know, some type of frozen or very windy updrafts that interact differently with the player than the regular updrafts do. I don't know, just some speculation, but it does seem like these very high places, and because we're in the Far Shiver Peaks and it's very mountainous, maybe the gliding will play a pretty big role in this patch. I would love to see some new gliding mechanics though, especially in a place like this where it seems like gliding would be very appropriate to have some extra mechanics. One thing that I have noticed in the trailer, and a lot of people have noticed it as well, there's not many new assets. People have criticized that a lot of it is reused textures, reused content from the current Shiver Peak maps that we have. And while I can agree with that, that's kind of disappointing. At the same time, kind of isn't really a big deal, because we are still in the same region. We're still in the Shiver Peak region, and the map won't look completely different from some of the snowy areas we have now. I mean, how much different can you texturize snow or mountains? It's not too big of a deal with me that they're reusing assets. People have wondered if this is why they're able to reproduce so many maps so quickly now. Every 2 or 3 months they're able to get a new map out because they're just reusing assets. If that's the case, then as long as they're able to make the map interesting, as long as they're able to make the map fun, I'm fine with that. Obviously, seeing a brand new map with new assets is great. I would love to see that. You know, it's much more exciting. But at the same time, if we get good content, if it's fun, then, you know, let them use the assets they already have. As long as we're getting more stuff in the game that's enjoyable, I'd say it doesn't really matter. But that is one criticism. That is one piece of criticism people have had. I can agree with it, but at the same time, I don't, you know, fully care about it if they do reuse the assets or not. It's the same region, and maybe new assets aren't really needed. Now, what we also see in the trailer is some underwater combat, perhaps. Now, we do see someone, you know, swimming underwater. So, and if you think about it, the map we're going to above Frostgorge Sound is also full of water. There's a huge area of water in the middle of the map. There's a huge lake. So we did have some underwater content in Ember Bay, and so perhaps they're going to add some more underwater content in this new map. I wouldn't be totally against it. People have been wanting some new underwater combat. Some people hate underwater combat, but we'll have to see how they implement it. I wouldn't mind having it, but it almost seems like it's going to be guaranteed we're going to have some type of underwater content because there's just too much water in the north region of that map. It seems almost definite we're going to have some type of underwater combat, and I'm looking forward to see what they do with it, what type of content they're going to add for underwater combat. I know that there are several maps in Quarteria even that are, you know, in the higher level zones where you have tons of water. There's lots of underwater combat. So we'll see how different that is. Hopefully it's better. Hopefully people enjoy it. But I'm looking forward to see what they do. Now we also see a new type of enemy, the Vine-Touched Ice Brood, very similar to how we saw the Vine-Touched Destroyers in Ember Bay. Other than that, there's not many new enemies in the trailer. Like I said, a lot of it is just reused assets. The only thing that I saw really new was the Vine-Touched Ice Brood, but how that functions, how it'll be different from the regular Ice Broods, we don't know yet. So I guess it's kind of like a new enemy. It's reskinned. It's a reskinned enemy type. I imagine they'll function the same way though. We also saw some Codons in the trailer. Now we do know that the Codon are running away from the storms. They're moving south as everyone else is. It seems like there was some Codon stuff in the trailer, so perhaps we will get to interact with these people. We do know that there's a line in the trailer that says, oh, this is very dangerous. Why are you going towards that area? You're running towards your death or something like that. I believe, I don't remember the exact quote, but we do hear a voice that is not a familiar voice saying, oh, you're running towards your death. So perhaps the Codon will be telling us, hey, don't go further north because you're basically going to die. You're running towards death basically. While the Codon are running south away from the storm, we're going to be going towards the storm to see what's happening with Jormag and try to see what's going on. So that's an interesting piece that I picked out there that I thought was really cool. So we'll definitely have some interaction with that. As for how the map will function, I think we're definitely going to have some daily hearts again. They did say they liked how the hearts were implemented in Ember Bay. There was also lots of positive feedback from hearts in Ember Bay, so I wouldn't be very surprised if we do get daily hearts in the new Shiver Peaks map, and I wouldn't be complaining about that either. Maybe we'll get some even better rewards. Maybe we'll get the same amount of rewards. As long as the rewards are just as equally good as they were in Ember Bay or better, I'm happy with the hearts that they put in there, and I like the new hearts that they had in Ember Bay. So now in the trailer also we did see a griffin. Now I have seen some speculation that we may be getting mounts in this episode, but I highly doubt it because they would not add mounts to, you know, a smaller patch like this where it's just, you know, one episode being released. Perhaps this could just be an NPC riding a mount. However, perhaps this is a teaser to mounts that we're going to be getting. Once again, like I said in the beginning of the video, the rumored video that we made a while ago, that I talked about the rumors that were leaked from, you know, several people on Reddit and in-game and map chat. We did get to know that Jormag and that Primordius would be active at the same time. Well, now that is coming true. We also knew a lot of things that were leaked from the specific person. I don't know who the person was. Like I said, I just got it from the source on Reddit. But a lot of things that this specific person said also became true. So if mounts were to become a thing, and we do see an NPC in this trailer here riding a griffin, is this sort of like a small tease that, hey, mounts could be possibly coming in a future update? I don't know. It could be pretty cool though. I mean, I like the idea of mounts, but who knows? I obviously know it's not gonna be. Maybe it really will be for the expansion. I'm not sure. But I just thought it was an interesting little bit that I saw in the trailer. Hey, there's someone riding a mount. We did get a rumor that mounts will be coming to the game. Is it a tease? Will it be coming in the next episode? I highly doubt it. When will it be coming? Will it be coming at all? Who knows? Maybe it's just some random NPC that they wanted to put in for filler. Maybe it's an NPC that we'll see in the story, where we see a cinematic and someone's riding on the griffin. Who knows? But someone's riding a griffin on there. But other than that, that's pretty much all I wanted to say for the trailer. Let's go ahead and jump into the Nightmare Tower fractal that we will be getting. Now, the trailer for this was also released, or a teaser trailer really. You'll see it on screen right now as well as I'm talking about it. And it looks like a really awesome, kind of difficult fractal. Now, we do see some new mechanics in this trailer as well. At one point in the trailer, there are these icons on the floor that are constantly moving around. You know how when you have to dodge something from an enemy, you'll see a red circle on the ground? Well, it seemed like we have some new shapes in the floor that are red and orange, but they're moving around dynamically with the boss, or with the creature that we're fighting. This looks really interesting to me. It looks like these fractals are becoming harder and harder, or if not harder and harder, introducing new mechanics that are keeping the fractals fresh and keeping them challenging for new players. ArenaNet devs have also said that a thief will be very useful in this fractal, dodging is going to be very useful in this fractal, and you will not be going all the way up into the Nightmare Tower. This is a short fractal, like we all like our short fractals. It's going to be a short and sweet fractal, and it is a completely new map than the Tower of Nightmares that we had in the past. We did have a Tower of Nightmares update back in Living World Season 1, but this is not the same map. This is a completely new map, and it's not going to be the full journey up the tower. It's going to be a short fractal just like the other ones are, which I'm completely fine with, because the shorter the fractal, the better. The quicker we get our rewards, the quicker we get our dailies done, and yeah, so I like that. We also see a lot of new attacks in this trailer as well, so it looks really interesting. This is the type of content that really makes it seem like 5-man content. I mean, I always thought of fractals would be a little harder than dungeons. Dungeons to be the easiest, and then raids to be harder than fractals. And at one point in time, I felt like fractals weren't really that challenging. They were possibly even easier than dungeons. And now with this new update that are coming out for Monday, and what we're seeing in this trailer, I mean, the way some of these bullets are falling down from the sky, we have to run past them, and if you don't run fast enough or you don't dodge quick enough, you'll get hit from them, and you'll see a bunch of these red circles in the floor as you're running up the tower here, up the stairs. I think you'll see it in the trailer. There's lots of things falling from above, and lots of circles on the floor. You have to dodge them and run past them very quickly. And the way dodging these new attacks and seeing all these things on the floor that you have to dodge and you have to take into account while fighting, it does seem like this new fractal is going to be a bit more challenging, or it's going to take some time to get used to and learn some of these new mechanics. And perhaps these new mechanics are also going to then, push over into a new raid even. So I'm glad to see that the game is constantly evolving. I'm glad to see that they're constantly adding new mechanics, finding new ways to make the new content more challenging for players to continuously, continue to stay on their toes and, learn the new mechanics. And it keeps fractals fresh, it keeps the game fresh, it keeps combat fresh, and it makes you want to continue playing. And that's what these updates are all about, bringing back players, keeping hype up in the game, and they're doing it really well with this update. And I'd say it was a really smart idea to put Heart of Thorns on sale, because the amount of content that's going to be coming in this patch seems like a lot, and I think a lot of people will be convinced to buy Heart of Thorns, or will be very interested and very intrigued just by these two trailers to see how these two zones play. I mean, in reality, we're just getting two new zones. We're getting a new fractal, and we're getting a new map in the Shiver Peaks, but both of them look really well done, look really cool, and I think this is really gonna make some people want to buy Heart of Thorns. Hopefully you're buying Heart of Thorns as well. I'd love for you to enjoy the content as I am, and it'll also make these videos a bit more relevant to you. You'll get some more interest. So like I said, I would definitely recommend buying Heart of Thorns. And if you want to leave your comments on any of the trailers we went over today, if you like anything in particular in these trailers, if you're excited for this, if you're hyped for this, if you noticed something in the trailer that I didn't notice, if you want to mention something that's really cool that you noticed in the trailers, go and leave anything you want to say down in the comment section down below. I'll be down there answering your questions as usual and talking to you guys as usual. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, go and subscribe. We'd love to have you on board. We have plenty of other Guild Wars 2 content and Guild Wars 2 videos with gold guides, different guides, crafting guides, lots of cool stuff on the channel regarding Guild Wars 2 and gaming in in general. So if you're interested, go and subscribe. And if you want to donate $1 to my Patreon page, anything as low as that is very helpful, very much appreciated. Click the card in the top right hand corner of the screen, it'll bring you to the page. And if you want to check out my vlogging channel, the tutorials channel, the advice channel, or the music channel, you can do so. Click the links in the description as well as on the end screen. And that's pretty much it. Thank you for watching as always, guys. Hopefully you guys are excited like I am. And as GSmaniamsmart, and I'll be back sooner than you think. Don't go anywhere.